Hi, I'm Jason with Beers in Paradise, and we're here at Vinatero, a place that specializes in wine and beer. Let's go check it out. Hi, we're here with Ernie Ceja, the owner of Vinatero Wine Shop in Uptown Whittier. Hi, Ernie.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well, doing well. Can you tell us a little bit about Vinatero Wine Shop?
Well, Vinatero Wine Shop, this is our 3.5 year in existence so far. We are the only wine shop in Southern California that's completely owned and operated by Latinos. My wife Lisa and I were both the owners. We just have this wonderful, wonderful legion of fans, and we have new customers that come in every single day, so yeah, we love it.
So tell me about, first of all, when did you guys open the shop up?
We opened the shop in March of 2007. Actually, March 3rd of 2007. For ourselves, about almost 3.5 years ago, or a little bit more than that.
So I did look on, I believe it was on your website or either on your Facebook site. I saw the I don't know if it's the trouble or all the hard work you guys really put into this place. But you guys were here, day and night, right?
Right. I mean, it's we don't have children of our own, but I think it's kind of like having a child. We went through the labor of building the shop, and it took almost as long as a pregnancy. And there's a blog that I kept photos, and that's what you saw on the building of the shop. So. People got excited. We put a sign on the door, we're coming soon, but that coming soon date kept changing and changing. We thought it'd be open by Christmas or Thanksgiving and then Christmas, and then it turned out to be March. But just to have the doors open and the support has been great.
What was the inspiration for opening up your shop?
Well, the inspiration for Vinatero Wine Shop actually came through my experience in the wine industry. I used to be a sales rep for a major distributor. I also used to run a brewery as well too. So both beer and wine are both in my blood.
So tell us a little bit more about your brewery experience, because we're big fans of some of the things you've had on tap. What did you do before in the brewing industry?
Okay, well, some of the past experience I had that came from the beer world was, when I worked as a distributor, I got to taste many beers from all over the world. It's something that not everybody gets to do, so it was a lot of fun to take notes and be sitting there face-to-face with brewers on a daily basis. But more or less, when I was running a brewery, I used to be in charge of a humble brewery up in Arcata, California, when I lived up in Northern California. I started off as a bottler there in college, working for UPS at the time. I actually was going to school full-time. A buddy of mine who was in charge of the bottling line in the evening asked me if I wanted a job. And I politely said, no way. I've been working way too many hours, I'm not sleeping enough. And then he said, well, you get free beer once or twice a week. And I said, well, okay, I'm a starting college student, of course I'm going to say yes. So throughout the years, going through the ranks, I became the general manager of the brewery and started attending a lot of beer tastings, learning the ins and outs of running a brewery. And actually that's what opened the door for the wine world for me. I started going to wine tastings with that as well too. And thanks to my experience in beer, I realized I had a pretty good palate when it came to tasting wine as well. So that opened the door for everything.
So let's talk about your beer selection. How do you go about choosing, what you're going to put on tap? Because I've come here, I've had some really great beers, the Hacker Shore, the Skyscrapers. Peter's really been helpful. So tell me about the beer selection.
Okay. So with our beer selection, that was something that when Ernie and I were discussing, what's the shop going to look like? What are we going to do? We wanted things that you can't just see on, we're not going to put Bud Light probably ever. Never say never, right? But there's other things that why put something that someone else has. So we want to offer things that maybe you can't find anywhere else. So maybe like one time we were at First Couche in downtown. Have you been there?
Yes.
It's great. So we were there, and the Duchess de Bourgogne was on tap. And me and Ernie kept looking at each other, drinking it, like, oh, we had it in our shop by the next week. It was on tap. So that's one way. And then also customers, like, they walk in like, hey, I went on this trip to Germany, and I really, and you know what? Guess what? The Blanche de Brussels is another story. How I got that on tap was a roommate had drank his other roommate's beer by accident and said, I need to find this beer. And we actually looked for it, and then we found out that it was such an amazing beer, and got it by bottles and put it on tap, and it's one of our best-selling beers on tap.
I'm Peter Kell. I am one of the buyers here at Vinatero. I'm here to talk about a few of the beers that we have. We will start off with Dale's Pale Ale, some Oscar Blues Brewery. This is a really nice pale ale that we have, and one thing I like about the whole entire brewery, all they do is everything they do is in cans. And what about the cans that affects beers? That it keeps a beer and its quality, because a lot of the bottles, when the sun shines through, destroys the quality of the beer. So having a can is great. And actually, the cool story is that the guys who found these are a couple of outdoorsmen, and it's too heavy to carry the bottle in your backpack when you're going camping and stuff. So it's much easier to have the can, go have a beer, crush it up, and take it back home with you. So it's one of the beers we have. Another top beer we have is called the Santa Claus. It's a beer from Austria. Technically, it's actually a malt liquor because it's a 14% alcohol. The unique thing about this beer is it's brewed once a year on December 6th, and then it's stored, aged for 10 months, and then it's released. So I believe Santa Claus is Santa Claus in Austrian. I'm not sure, but this is an awesome beer. Real malty, a lot of Christmas spice in it, and I had this one time with a slice of pumpkin pie, and it worked perfectly. So this is one of the beers. Another one of the beers that we have that's great. Last but not least, the beer we have up here is called Deus. Deus is part of a brewery called Brewery Bastille. They make 3 different beers. This one, another one called Quack, and another one called Triple Caramel. This is their creme de la creme. Deus means God, and the guys over at Beers in Paradise had it for a special occasion. What the unique thing about this beer is brewed in Belgium. The whole lot is taken to Champagne, France, and then at Champagne, France, it's racked just like champagne, and it's bottled as you see in the champagne bottle with the cork and everything. And this is the beer of all beers that we have. So this is the third beer we have, and these are 3 beers that we have, along with the other selections that we have in the store.
Tell us a little bit about the event that's going on here today.
Oh, today we have an event. It's called Teacher Appreciation Day. As many know, my wife Lisa, she's also a teacher, and she's been teaching. This is, I believe, her 18th year teaching. And we have a large amount of customers who are also teachers. So every year, every October, we throw a Teacher Appreciation Day, and people come from all over Southern California. We actually. Today I talked to somebody who came from the west side of LA already, who's already here, and we just started today. Later on today we'll have a few more people coming from Pasadena, people coming from down the street, you name it, they come from there. It's our way of saying thank you for all the hard work that teachers do. We have complimentary massages for them today. We actually have complimentary cheese, meats, bread, everything like that. In matter of fact, we have some really great beer and wine specials going on.
Today's Teacher Appreciation Day. I'm a teacher. I'm a high school math teacher, so I want to be appreciated. And also, I noticed that as a teacher, some schools are great. I mean, I have been nothing but blessed with being in great schools. But some teachers do not feel as, we're professionals. Why not? I mean, you have days where you just need someone to tell you thank you.
Today you're here at Vinatero Wine Shop for for Teacher Appreciation
Teacher Appreciation Day is also my birthday too, so we're here hanging out, having a good time.
Well, 2 things to celebrate.
Absolutely.
What do you think is great about an event like this?
An event like Teacher Appreciation Day, it's just giving back to the community. It's absolutely just making sure that everyone knows that the establishment just love the community, and we give back, because without the community, they're nothing. You know, they're just open. But especially this place like Vinatero, they're really good at knowing that every customer is part of their family, and it keeps them going, and it keeps all the businesses going, and it really makes us feel appreciated.
Very cool. But what are some of the best beer memories you have coming here to Vinatero? What have you drank here that just stands out?
The Malure is one of my all-time favorite beers I've drank here. Every Christmas, Ernie, the owner here, is able to get a keg of Santa Claus or 2, which is just amazing. Especially when we found out we can mix it with porter, and it's absolutely even better. Wow. Which is a really great chance. You get a chance to do it. Anytime they get a really good beer, right now the Oktoberfest is on tap from Hacker Shore, which is absolutely amazing. It's just a really good themed beer for the season. It's a lot of fun to drink.
Very cool. Tell me about what do you think of this event?
I think it's great. I've been coming every year. This is, I think, the fourth annual one. I've been coming every year. If it weren't for Ernie and Lisa, I wouldn't know half as much as I do about wine in addition to the beer. I think they're great resources, and I really like to support the local, homegrown kind of effort. Ernie and Lisa know a lot about local beer, a lot about especially California beer, California-oriented beer. And like I said, I think we have so much to learn about what our own state has to offer in terms of that. And I want to be part of that educational endeavor, I guess you could say.
Okay, why would teachers or anybody else who appreciates teachers want to come to this event?
Well, we all know that teachers need to relax at the end of the day. We all need a little massage. I think we all need a little loosening up. And I think as teachers, a lot of us are naturally inclined to just wanting to know more about what we're drinking, what we're eating, what we're doing. And this is one of those events where I think they really kind of cater to that. You know, we have the massage, the masseuse in the corner, we have the snacks, camaraderie, kind of after school, being able to talk about, you know, what our days are like. We do that anyway. You know, teachers are big fans of happy hour. You know, one of the first things I learned when I taught high school was like happy hour, bam. You know, so that's sort of, I think, part of the, you know, the teacher experience, at least the way I did it. But this particular event, I mean, not just because Lisa's a teacher herself, but again, this particular event, I really like the community. And in this particular place, you know, it's not necessarily a bar, it's not loud. You know, you get a chance to talk with others in a smaller, quieter setting, but then the variety and the kind of the beers that they have to offer here, I think, are brand new to a lot of us. And it's another way we need to learn stuff too, I think. And the more that we get to learn about what we're drinking and the more that we have to offer, I think, you know, it's a plus as far as I'm concerned, you know.
I want to thank you guys for coming out to Vinatero for Teacher Appreciation Day. We also have plenty of events just like this, so follow us. Check our website at VinateroWineShop.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you again, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.